Hello and welcome to Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada. September 19 will be federal holiday for Queen's funeral, PM says. New details emerge about unprovoked shooting of Toronto police officer. All Ontarians to be eligible for Omicron-specific COVID-19 booster as of September 26. 3 people shot inside nightclub on Queen Street West, police say. Woman critically injured in Hamilton hit-and-run collision, police. Utter shock, communities mourn victims of violent Ontario shootings. Justin Trudeau attacks Pierre Poilievre's irresponsible politics. These were the headlines, and let's jump right into the details. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says September 19 will be federal holiday to mourn Queen Elizabeth II on the day of her state funeral in London. Speaking at a caucus retreat in New Brunswick today, Trudeau says declaring an opportunity for Canadians to mourn on Monday is going to be important. He says the government will be working with provinces and territories to ensure they are aligned. Monday will be a holiday for federal employees and those in federally regulated industries, but it will be up to provincial and territorial governments to declare the holiday for remaining workers. Trudeau also says he and the opposition leaders' officers are working on a final list for the delegation that will attend the funeral in person. Commemoration ceremonies will also be held in Canada, including a parade, a fly past, and a church service in Ottawa that will be televised nationally.
We have also chosen to move forward with a federal holiday on Monday. We will be working with the provinces and the territories to try and see that we're aligned on this. There are still a few details to be worked out, but declaring an opportunity for Canadians to mourn on Monday is going to be important. So for our part, we will be letting federal employees know that Monday will be a day of mourning where they will not work.
3 people have been rushed to hospital following a shooting inside Queen Street West nightclub early Monday morning. It happened inside Daisy Cocktail Bar on Queen Street at Portland Street at around 2:45 a.m. Paramedics say that 2 male victims sustained serious but non-life-threatening injuries, while a female victim was transported to hospital with minor injuries. A 4th victim also sustained minor injuries as a result of the commotion to exit the building. One witness who spoke with CP24 at the scene said that he heard a barrage of gunshots and soon saw dozens of people fleeing the building. It was like an earthquake, everybody all of a sudden as at the door piling up and then running left and right back and forth. The man said lots of people were confused and didn't know what to do. No information has been released about potential suspects at this time. Queen Street West was closed from Augusta to Portland Streets from several hours to accommodate the investigation, but has since reopened. Police are appealing to any witnesses with information to come forward. New details have emerged about the fatal shooting of a Toronto police officer in Mississauga on Monday afternoon. Constable Andrew Hong, 48, was fatally shot at Tim Hortons near Argentia Road and Winston Churchill Boulevard at around 2:15 p.m. as part of a shooting rampage that ultimately continued into Milton and left 1 other person dead and 3 injured. Police sources now tell CP24 that Hong was sitting at a table eating his lunch inside a Tim Hortons after participating in training exercise with several other motorcycle officers. The sources say that the suspect then approached and shot him at point-blank range. The sources also say that it is believed that the suspect tried to retrieve Hong's service pistol from its holster following the shooting but was unable to do so due to a safety lock. He ultimately fled the scene in a stolen vehicle, eventually showing up at an auto body shop in Milton where a second shooting took place. 1 person was killed and 2 others injured in that shooting. On Tuesday, the deceased victim in Milton was identified as Shakil Ashraf by multiple sources, including Toronto Police, Islamic Relief Canada, and the Muslim Advisory Council of Canada. Ashraf was the owner of MP Auto Repairs in Milton, according to neighbors. At one point following Monday's violence, police released a public safety alert due to what they described as an active shooter situation. The suspect, however, was ultimately located in Hamilton and shot and killed by police a few hours later in an incident that is now being probed by the Special Investigations Unit.
Police Service Constable Andrew Hong of Traffic Services. Constable Hong was 48 years of age and is a 22-year veteran of the service. He was in Mississauga today participating in a joint training exercise with officers from Peel Regional Police and York Regional Police. Constable Hong is survived by his wife, 2 children, and his parents.
Shortly after that, in Halton Region, in the town of Milton, Halton Police received information of a shooting in the region, which resulted in 1 deceased and 2 additional injured. We believe that this was the same suspect who was involved in the shooting here in Mississauga.
Currently, there are a number of SIU investigators processing that scene. They are looking at a number of firearms, figuring out how many bullets are at the scene. It's unclear at this time whether whose shots were fired, whose firearm was which. So as you can appreciate, there is quite a lot of bullet casings. There's firearms down there. There's down in the cemetery. So there's a large scene. There is a lot to go through in the cemetery, so it's going to take some time.
Hamilton police are looking for the driver responsible for hit-and-run collision that left a woman critically injured over the weekend. According to police, a 26-year-old woman was crossing the street at Mohawk Road East by East 45th Street at around 10:20 p.m. Friday when she was struck by a car heading eastbound. They say she was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. The driver was last seen heading eastbound on Mohawk Road, passing by Upper Ottawa Street. Hamilton police are describing the vehicle as a grey or silver 4-door car that is possibly an older model of a Honda sedan. Officers say there may also be some damage to its mirror on the passenger side. Witnesses describe the suspect as a white man with facial hair. He was last seen wearing a ball cap. Canada needs responsible leadership, not dog whistle and responsible politics. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said Monday in a direct attack on new Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. In a speech before the first full caucus meeting of the 3-day retreat for Liberal MPs, Trudeau first congratulated Poilievre for winning his party's leadership on Saturday. Then he threw down the gloves. Now is not the time for politicians to exploit fears and to pit people one against the other, Trudeau said, surrounded by more than 150 Liberal MPs. Buzzwords, dog whistles, and careless attacks don't add up to a plan for Canadians attacking the institutions that make our society fair, safe, and free is not responsible leadership. During the leadership campaign, Poilievre went after the Bank of Canada, accusing it for taking its responsibility and allowing itself to be an ATM for Trudeau's spending habit. He also said that if he became Prime Minister, he would fire Bank of Canada Governor Tiff Macklem. Last winter, Poilievre professed to be a student of cryptocurrencies and advised Canadians that investing in Bitcoin would allow them to opt out of inflation. Telling people they can opt out of inflation by investing their savings in volatile cryptocurrencies is not responsible leadership. By the way, anyone who followed that advice would have been seen their life savings destroyed, Trudeau said in his speech. Poilievre also blames Trudeau for inflation in Canada, calling it a direct result of Trudeau throwing open the Bank of Old Doors during the pandemic. Trudeau said he will not apologize for being there for Canadian families and businesses who were in desperate straits as the economy shut down to limit the spread of COVID-19. Trudeau tried to highlight policies that have helped, including signing childcare deals with every province that are lowering the cost of child care significantly for many families.
Buzzwords, dog whistles, and careless attacks don't add up to a plan for Canadians. Attacking the institutions that make our society fair, safe, and free is not responsible leadership. Telling people they can opt out of inflation by investing their savings in volatile cryptocurrencies is not responsible leadership. By the way, anyone who followed that advice would have seen their life savings destroyed. Fighting against vaccines that saved millions of lives, that's not responsible leadership. Opposing the support and investments that have helped save jobs, businesses, and families during the pandemic, that's not responsible leadership. Now I heard Mr. Poilievre talking about how much we wasted on Canadians over the past couple of months.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.